Okay, now I love old movies. Right, I love them. I grew up watching them. When I grew up in a time when there was only like so many channels on my TV, so you had to watch like black and white movies as well. Whatever was on the telly, you watched them. So of course, I grew up watching the old classics and stuff. And so when it came to horror, it was the black and whites as well. Some of them pretty scary, believe it or not. And I've seen so many different variations of people that could become invisible. The Invisible Man, right up to um, what was the last film with Chevy Chase as the Invisible Man? I don't know, the memoirs of an Invisible Man or something, which was pretty good. And it was always that sort of fantasy as a young teenager, becoming invisible, going like that, and then suddenly nobody can see you and you can be anywhere. Kind of creepy, sort of perverted sort of way. But it always fascinated me, and there's always been these stories which delve into the psyche about not being visible. You're not exactly invisible, but people just ignore you and everything else, and you can get carried away with just about anything because nobody looks at you and all that sort of stuff. I love the psychology behind it. So of course, when this film came out, The Invisible Man, I thought, good, a new take on it. This is going to be something new. So was it something new? Was it something different? Was it something I hadn't seen before? Was it a different concept and everything else? Yes, it was. It was. For me, I enjoyed it. Yeah, there were a couple of scenes that were deleted that I wish was in the film to explain just a wee couple of wee things. But overall, it was intense. I knew where it was going. I knew this guy was going to be uh, become invisible and really haunt the living daylights out of this woman. And the way the camera panned over to the side and whatnot made you think, is there somebody standing there? Is there that? And it kept a nice wee suspense going there. And there was some shocking moments and some predictive moments and stuff like that. And it was, and the psychology behind it all about the man being controlling, uh, and and having things for him to own, and then to be in the charge of a multi-million company and whatnot, to be clever, and it's fantastic, and that's sort of explained in the first couple of minutes, so you get the sense of that. um I mean, you meet his brother. When you meet the guy's brother, you think, well, he's been living with his brother. He must know something. So you have this. I don't know. In a way, it felt like, again, it was a film that was trying to go with the woke culture as well, where you have the women and the black man and the girl and everything else. There's a wee bit of woke culture still in it because it didn't really define the friendship between the woman and the cop. Where did they meet and everything else? I'd like to get that backstory and stuff to find out how they met, why are they just friends and everything else. So, but none of that was essential. The real main focus was this girl who swears blindly that somebody is watching her, that this person has the ability to make himself invisible. And when I watch these type of films, I'm thinking, what would I do in these circumstances? Would I trust my friend who claims this? And I'd like to think, after watching so many films, I would be open to just about anything as long as my friend doesn't feel like they're going crazy or nuts. I would stay with that person. And if somebody I believe was invisible, I was waiting for her to spin round with her hands open like that, hoping to bump into somebody. If you think somebody's in the room, then spin around with your hands and maybe you'll bump into something. So yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it. Could I watch the second one? Yeah, and set it in a different settings, and everything else, and there was a dog in it, and I was wondering, well, who's looking after the dog? You know, the couple had a dog before, and even the dog was controlled by some sort of collar around its neck, and you know, and in a way, it kept you sort of guessing a wee bit: was this person really the person that was hounding her? Was it really the brother? And everything else. And the science behind it all, it wasn't some sort of formula or anything. For me, it was a great movie to watch at night and turn the lights off, and you'll be freaked out a little bit, but you will enjoy it because it's nothing over the top blood or gore or anything like that. So my ratings for the film is going to be the 2 thumbs up. Thoroughly enjoyed watching it. Have you seen it? What did you think of it? Let me know in the comments below. And remember, if there's a film out there that you want me to watch and give it my thumb score, let us know. Thanks very much for watching. Catch you next time.